Okay, so to continue with shear and moment equations and diagrams, so let us have sample problem 3. So again, dun sa set of problems na pinadala ko, you need to solve for the reactions as a practice. Kasi dito sa mga sample problems natin, hindi ko na pinapakita kung paano i-solve yung reactions. So for this sample problem, we have ABC, or meaning the whole beam ABC, and simply supported. We have a concentrated load at B. At yung B, starting point yan, no? Uniformly varying load na from 0 to 4 kilonewtons per meter. And these are the measurements of the segments. So if we will solve for the reactions, so ito ang makukuha nating reaction sa A with its components at sa C. So again, kahit 0 yung X component ng reaction, you still need to include that or show it in the diagram. Para kahit wala yung drawing ng or symbol ng hinge dito, alam natin na with these components, ang most probable na support dito is a hinge. So if we will use the shear and moment equations, of course, we need to pass an imaginary cutting plane starting with segment AB, and it has a distance of x from the left end, which is A. So dito, sa problem natin, we have two segments. And by the way, hindi na tayo gagamit dito ng increments, kundi ang gagamitin na natin ay yung ends ng bawat segment. Kaya mami-minimize na natin dito yung mga values ng shear and moment. So with this imaginary cutting plane for segment AB, so ito na ngayon ang ating free body diagram. So hindi ko na rin sinama dito yung imaginary portion para masanay na kayo na kapag kumuha kayo ng left side or ginamit nyo yung left side ng cutting plane, you are still aware of what is on its right side for that segment. So alam natin that this is a portion of AB, and from the original figure, alam natin na ang limits for segment AB ay from 0 to 1 meter. At ito yun. And then, for the shear equation, so we will sum up vertical forces to the left of the imaginary cutting plane. So we have the reaction, the vertical reaction, upward, 9 kilonewtons. So we have the shear equation for AB, which is V equals 9. Then for the moment equation, so we only have 9 kilonewtons, which will rotate in clockwise direction dito sa point na dinaanan ng imaginary cutting plane with distance x as its moment arm. So that for the moment equation, we have RAY multiplied by x, or 9x. And then for segment BC, so pass an imaginary cutting plane and then measure it from end A. Pero pag tinignan mo dito, class, dahil ito ay uniformly varying, itong portion na to ng load will not have this 4 kilonewton meter as its magnitude dito. Kapag kasi triangular ang load mo, yung makikita mo na magnitude dyan, ang nire-represent niyan ay itong highest side niya, or yung pinaka malaking ordinate, kagaya nito. So this represents 4 kilonewton per meter. So yung ibang ordinates dito, hindi yan 4 kilonewtons per meter. Kagaya nito, this is 0. So kasi nga, this is varying or nababago from 0, gradually increasing to 4 kilonewtons per meter. So you cannot use the 4 kilonewtons per meter for this ordinate as its magnitude para makuha mo ang equivalent single force nito para pwede mo i-add or i-subtract doon sa ibang vertical forces na nasakop nitong distance x. So what you will do is, you get first this ordinate. So you will use here ratio and proportion. So for the meantime, for this loading, kasi yung kanina sa segment AB, hindi ko na sinama yung imaginary portion. Pero since bago ito sa ating sample, ibig sabihin, ito yung first example natin na may triangular loading tayo. So for the meantime, isasama ko muna yung nasa right side nitong imaginary cutting plane for segment BC para makita natin kung paano natin kukunin yung ordinate na to. And I use a symbol Y para dito sa ordinate na isosolve natin. And of course, for the limits ng segment BC, so it will be from 1 to 4 meters. So again, para makuha mo yan, kung nag-start ka dito, which is from 0 to 1, then ito naman ay 1 to 4 meters. And of course, bago natin makuha itong ordinate na to, using ratio and proportion, we need to get first, ano ba yung distance na ito? Kasi yung distance x natin is measured from the imaginary cutting plane hanggang dun sa point A, which is the left end of the beam. While for this varying load, dahil ito lang yung nasakop niya na distance, para later pagkuha natin ang kanyang equivalent single force, that will be x minus 1 lang. Because it will be this distance x minus 1 meter. So, yan ngayon, for segment BC, using the shear and moment equation, yan yung gagamitin natin na distance na may variable na x. So, yung triangle na to, representing the load, nag-drawing din ako dito. At ito din yung y na isosolve natin. Ito yung distance x minus 1. At yung distance na 3 meters between B and C. So, ito ang gagamitin natin for solving y using ratio and proportion. So, ito na yon yung ating ratio and proportion. So, that will be y is to x minus 1 as to 4 kilonewtons per meter is to 3 meters. So, you just simplify this to get y, and we have 4/3 ng x minus 1. So, this is now the value of this ordinate in terms of the variable x na ito. And of course, we will get the equivalent single force, which is equivalent to the area of this triangular loading na may distance na x minus 1 at merong ordinate na y. So, ito yung solution. So, itong equivalent single force is 1/2 ng y multiplied by the base, which is x minus 1. So, you just substitute y na nasolve mo. And this will be the equivalent single force of this triangular loading na nasakop nitong distance x na merong distance kung saan ito naka-apply na x minus 1. And of course, its location. So, para makuha mo yung location nung R, which is equivalent to this, so you just get the centroid of this triangular loading. So, we know that from here, ang centroid ng triangle is 1/3 of this distance which is 1/3 of x minus 1. Kasi if you measure the centroid of this triangle from the other side or dun sa point na ito, no, triangle, so that will be 2/3 of quantity x minus 1 naman. Pero ang concern natin kasi ay yung distance nitong r mula dito sa imaginary cutting plane. Kasi dito tayo kukuha na, ito ang gagamitin nating moment center when we sum up the moment values. So again, ito yung r, nilipat ko lang dito at yung distance nito from the imaginary cutting plane. So for the shear equation, so meron na tayo ditong tatlong vertical forces. So again, itong r na to, nire-represent ito itong triangular load. At with this resultant, pwede na natin itong i-add or i-subtract dito sa iba pang vertical forces na nasakop nitong distance x. So for the shear equation, we will sum up the vertical loads to the left of cutting plane AA. So we have 9 minus 10 minus r. And our r is equivalent to this. So ito yun. So again, we have 9 minus 10 minus r. So you have 9 minus 10, and with this equivalent single force na r. So you simplify that, and you will get this shear equation for segment BC. For the moment equation for segment BC, so we will sum up all the moments to the left of cutting plane AA. So again, we have these three vertical forces with their moment arms from the cutting plane. So we will just sum up their moments. We will consider clockwise moment mula doon sa point of application ng force hanggang doon sa cutting plane AA. So clockwise moments are positive, counterclockwise, negative. So this is our equation. So 9x will be clockwise up to here with its moment arm of x. 10 is counterclockwise with its moment arm of x minus 1. And r is counterclockwise with its moment arm of x r, which is this one. So this is now the formulated equation, and we need to simplify this para later on, mas madali tayong makapag-substitute ng values. And this is the simplified form of that. So you have negative x plus 10 minus 2 over 9 by quantity x minus 1 raised to 3. Now, so what I have said earlier, hindi na natin dadamihan yung ating coordinates or from end to end na lang ng bawat segment ang kukuhanan natin ng shear and moment values. And then we will apply the guidelines doon sa kung anong itsura ng line or curve and even the degrees of the curve na i-apply natin sa bawat diagram na maidodrawing natin. So for segment AB, which is from 0 to 1, of course, ang ating equations ay ito, V equals 9 for the shear equation, M equals 9x for the moment equation. And since from end to end ng AB ang kukuhanin natin, of course, we have x equals 0 at x equals 1 na lang. And substituting or using the equations, ito ang values ng shear and moment for each value of x na ito. So, pag tinignan natin, we have here x equals 0. Since wala tayong x again dito as variable para mag-substitute nito, Ibig sabihin, constant ang ating shear values between A and B. At dito tayo nagkaroon ng variable x, so that when x is 0, which is at point A, we have 0 moment. At when x is 1, so we have positive 9 kilonewton meter. And then for segment BC, with these equations ng shear and moment, and from end to end rin, when x is 1 and when x is 4. So you just substitute the values here. And these are the shear and moment values. And then let us now plot the values. Okay, so ito yung ating beam. So as you can see, ang nilagyan ko na lang ng spot or ng points dito ay yung ends ng bawat segment. So this is for the shear and for the moment. Pero if you are plotting the values, kasi dito for the sake of presentation, nilalagyan ko nito. Pero if you will be the one to draw it, pwede namang meron, pwedeng wala. Kasi ginagamit lang natin yan as guide for the shear and moment. At ganun din, dito kasi nalagyan ko na ng lines for the moment diagram. Pero pwede naman na isa-isahin mo yan na shear diagrams muna. Then after plotting this, saka ka maglagay ng line para naman sa moment diagram. Kasi kaya ako pinagsabay para pakita ko lang na both lines na magre-represent sa shear and moment diagram ay nilagyan ko ng mga ganitong dots. Okay, so for the shear diagram, when x is 0, nakita natin that the ordinate is positive 9. And when x is 1, it is still 9. Then, for segment BC, when x is 1, then we have negative 1. And we know what this means. No? Now, for point B, we have two values. Yung 9 ay to the left of B kasi galing yan sa segment BA na nasa left side ng B. At yung negative 1 ay shear value to the right of B kasi ang ginamit mo na dyan ay yung shear equation for segment BC na nasa right side ng B. So to continue, when x is 4, using the shear equation for BC, ang nakuha natin na shear value ay negative 7. So we draw from this line, negative 7. And then, for this, para mabuo natin yung diagram, i-connect mo lang ito. Pero you have to be careful kasi meron na tayo ditong guidelines na kailangan gamitin. Hindi na kasi tayo very detailed, no? So from end to end. So what will be the shape of the line or ano bang concavity, ano bang degree ng line if you will connect these two. So since between A and B, wala tayong load, then if you connect these two ends of these ordinates, so you will get a horizontal line. So that is, you can check for it doon sa guideline natin, no? Na kapag walang load between 2 points, then the shear diagram is horizontal. So what about here? So meron tayo dito uniformly varying load. So what will be the line or the curve that will represent the shear diagram between B and C para dito? Kasi dito pag tinignan mo, dahil ito ay uniformly varying or naka-incline ito, so 1 degree na ito. Kaya pagbaba mo dito, second degree yung line or it is already a curved line. Pero, kahit alam mo na ito ay second degree or curved line, ano naman yung concavity nito? Ito ba ay concave upward or concave downward? So, according to the guideline, if the load is increasing, the shear is concave downward. So, if you connect these two, ganito magiging itsura. There. So, this is a curved line. So, again, this is not to scale. Although itsura niyan ay parang medyo horizontal, but this is a curved line. So, second degree na ito. So, later, saka natin lalagyan ng degree ng curve yan. Now, with regards to the moment diagram, so when x is 0, so you have 0 moment here. When x is 1, ang nakuha nating ordinate is positive 9. And that is when we use the moment equation for AB. When using the moment equation for BC, and that is x equals 1, so ang ating ordinate is also 9. And then, when x is 4 for segment BC, our moment is 0. So, how will you draw the graph from A to B and from B to C? So, dahil dito, horizontal line itong shear, pagbaba mo dito, naka-incline na ito. It is a straight line. So, although wala pa tayo ditong degree ng curve, alam natin that this is 0 degree. At pagbaba dito, 1 degree yan. So that when you connect this 0 to 9, it will be a straight line. And it is up to the right. So, straight line. While for this one, so again, yung line mo dito ay 1 degree. Pagbaba dito, second. Pagbaba dito, third degree. So, curved line na ito. So, paano magiging itsura nito? Ano ang concavity? Kasi dito, ang shear natin is decreasing from -1 to -7. So, it is decreasing. So, if this is decreasing, then your moment diagram is concave downward, like this. So, this is a curved line, concave downward. So, again, this is not to scale. So, ang importante dito kasi kung halimbawa, kagaya nito, may portion na akala natin straight line, but this is actually a curved line. Okay? This one also, this is a curved line. So, to represent it clearly, lagyan mo ng degree ng curve. Ito. Kasi minsan, kahit na ma-drawing natin na naka-curve, parang hindi nga curved line eh, no? Kagaya nito. But you can indicate the degree of the line for each. Kagaya nito, this is 0, this is 1. Ito, nilagyan ko na rin dito, 1 degree, 2nd degree, and 3rd degree. And again, these are the maximum shear and moment values.